Everyone, I'm just coming on to talk a little bit about the dogs, and nothing too crazy today. We had a fun weekend, made some videos, did some swimming. Um, we just got done with our little short run. They were getting a little restless, so we went on a little quick run. Do you want some water too, buddy? Here, let's get you some water. Missy didn't go. She was being lazy. Nah, I'm just kidding. Missy doesn't really go because she's kind of small. Hey, Jenkins, what's going on? Get you some water, buddy. Let's get you some water. Get you some water. Who's Stormy? Who's Stormy? Let me get this Rottweiler out of the way. You had your chance. Get some water, big boy. There you go. There we go. How's school going, Jenkins? But I mainly wanted to talk about. Oh, it's a little missy there. I mainly want to talk about the mess that my dogs make. That wasn't correct English, was it? The messes that my dogs make. How about that? That's what I want to talk about. Yeah. Finally have 100. You got 100. Good job. Good job, Jenkins. Just got to keep grinding, man. Keep grinding. But I just want to talk about the messes that they make. Yeah, I've kind of alluded to some of the stuff that you see with big dogs, like, just throughout the time we've been doing live streams. But I just want to kind of focus a little bit on everything I have to do with cleaning up their messes. Because big dogs make big messes, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, the bigger the dog is, the bigger the mess is. And I'm not just talking about poop and stuff like that, but, we talk a lot about the Cane Corso because he has a lot of slobber going on here. I mean, this guy produces so much slobber in a day's time. And I will say with the Cane Corso, that is probably the biggest messes that I've had to clean up with him is probably just the slobber. I mean, you can't really control that. Oh, Jenkins, I don't really have a favorite football team, man. I'm in Texas and lived in Dallas area, but it doesn't make me a Dallas Cowboys fan. But I really don't have much of a team. I'm a Spurs slash Mavericks kind of fan for basketball, but that's all I got, brother. That's all I got. But when it comes to the Cane Corso, most of his mess that I have to clean up comes from his slobber. So, which is, here, case in point, let me show you what my arm looks like right now. That's kind of his slobber on my arm. Can you see that? That's an everyday, all day thing when it comes to him. So you have to kind of get used to it. Now, I know that there's some Cane Corsos blessed by the best. Hey, what's going on? Drinking together, yeah. So the neighbor's trying to goat my dogs to come over there and check them out. They're barking. But I say that's the biggest mess that he makes. And it's not something that I can control. It's something that you can train out of him. That's just going to be with your Cane Corso. That just comes with it, right? Like I said, not every Cane Corso has that long, droopy lips like that, where the slobber comes out. But the ones that I've seen typically have that droopy lip thing going on. So, and then what they do is they shake their heads. And when they shake their head, that slobber goes all over the house. And it can go in your clothes, goes in your bed, your walls, your ceilings, your cabinets, your mirrors, and your windows. So, fact of life, but it's, so you have to. So what I use is I use a lot of Windex on the windows, and for the walls, I actually use a wall spray that because when it dries, it leaves like a little slobber stain on your walls. So that's always fun to clean that up. Epperson says, I don't think I'll steal for that house. Yeah, these two, you'll have to greet my dogs. I'll be more afraid of her, actually. She's the one most likely to get at you. He's got a big bark, but she's got a big bite. But, so the other things that I've had to clean with this guy, one is, you want to give me your paw? What's going on, buddy? Good job. Good boy. That's a good paw. Good paw. You give me your paw. Give me your paw. No, you wanted to play. He wants to play, guys. He's like, play with me, please, play with me. All right, here, I got you. I got you, buddy. Come here. Let's get you a toy. He wants to play fetch. This guy will bring you stuff. I threw it the wrong direction. Good boy. That's a good boy. You turned around. I like that. So I'm just trying to keep him from playing with the neighbor's dog too much because they just create a lot of problems when they do that. So I kind of gave him some love for. Ready? Go this way. Gave him a little bit of love for not taking the bait. So yeah, slobber with him. The other thing is, believe it or not, even though he's a short-haired dog, he creates a lot of fur all over the house. He sheds a lot. So the only way we keep up with him is using those robot vacuums. See my chihuahua? Hey, what is Missy doing? Good for Rain. Did he do well? Good. Yes, he did really well. I'm really proud of him for not taking the bait, because they're just sitting there waiting. Look at them. They're like 1, 2, and 3, 4 of them. 4 dogs are sitting there at the fence line, and my dogs are like, yeah, we're cool. So very, very cool. And here's little Missy. What is Missy doing? She's just chilling. She didn't go on the run, so she's kind of chilling. So guys, it's probably super windy, but hopefully you can still hear me. I'm not really mic'd up right now. Honestly, I really like the audio quality of the iPhone. It's not so bad. But what was I saying? I was talking about the challenges with what I have to clean with my dogs. So yeah, like I said, I think a slobber is number 1 with the Cane Corso, and then number 2 is probably the shedding. Where do they go? They're behind the shop. The shedding with the hair, and also the Rottweiler sheds a lot too. So I think the Cane Corso has the Rottweiler beat. So Rain is shedding way more than Storm, but they both together shed a lot. So like I said, the robot vacuum is how we keep up with that, and we have 2 of them. But I use one mainly for just for a camera. So like if you have big dogs and you're kind of concerned about your dogs when you're at work, because they're crate trained, which I think is necessary in my opinion. Not everyone agrees with that opinion, but in my opinion, I think they should be crate trained. However, if you can allow them to be free and let them go to the bathroom when they need to and drink water when they need to, I think it's a lot more humane-ish, a little bit more fun for me. At least my mind feels at ease that my dogs are not having to go to the bathroom and they're pent up in the kennel. So where did the Cane Corso go? He probably went back into the house, actually. So, but anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so one is for the camera. So one of my vacuum cleaner I can control with my phone, and so if I can't see them on any of the cameras and I'm concerned, I'll just cut on my vacuum cleaner and just drive around the house until I find them. It's kind of a weird little thing, and I don't do it very often, guys. Don't think I'm just like, at work driving around like a RC car or something. What do you call those remote control cars? This is a Rottweiler, and the Cane Corso, it went inside the house over there. He'll come back out in a minute. Usually when he gets jealous, if me and Storm start playing, he'll come out. Storm, you wanna play with a toy? You wanna play with a ball? Come here. What I tell you. And they've been tearing up stuff, guys. Look at all that. So that's the next one I have to clean up. Constantly have to clean up torn up toys and things that they find in the trash can. So like, say for instance right here, this is a duck and a few penguins and some stuffing all over the yard from toys and something from the trash can that they found. So if you got big dogs, you want some more water, big girl? She keeps going over here. I think she wants more water. Let me have your paw. You can do this. Gonna keep introducing that to her until she gets that. I'm gonna keep doing it. I just believe that one day my dog's gonna come out here, step on that thing, and drink water like a boss. Yeah, the Roman Empire. Absolutely. Actually, someone said both dogs have an origin from the Roman Empire. You know, the Cane Corso and the Rottweiler. But very, very great dogs. I don't know about little Missy. Missy, where you from, girl? She's like, I'm from America. I'm from Mississippi. The great state of Mississippi. That's right. You little Mississippi girl. That's why her name is Missy, by the way. If you're wondering, it's spelled Missi, Missy. And it's short for Mississippi because that's where we got her. Winnie the Pooh says dogs. Yeah, we got dogs, 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 dogs on top of dogs. So cleaning up messes. So when we buy our toys, which we do very, very often, that's why there's a massive toy graveyard over there that's down a bag. Because they get tired of the same toys, and so we have to switch them out, buy more. And thank you guys for all the contributions. Sometimes we get a lot of donations while we're live streaming, and that money goes right into their toys. But the reason why we buy toys, different types of toys, because we want ones that they can clearly make noises with, you know, to draw their interest, and also stuff that they can tug on because they like to play tug of war, like this guy over here. And they'll play with each other, but they mainly like it whenever I get involved because I add so much stimulation to their play whenever we play tug of war. And then the main thing, especially my wife likes to buy the toys that they can tear up, and just to give him that sensation. Rain, come here. He's slowly trying to go over there and hang out with the neighbor's dogs. Come here. Come here. Look at that recall. It's so terrible. Nope. Rain. Come here. He made me raise my voice. So I'm gonna give him some love when he gets here, just so he heard the negative, let me give him the positive. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. That's what I like. That's a good boy. Yes, you did. That's a good boy. So I'm gonna keep doing that till he gets that, you know, recall lesson down pat. We're working on it. But anyway, so like I was saying, wifey likes to buy toys that they can tear into, because there's nothing like nothing like that experience of your dog just kind of ripping through something. And so you know how it is when your dog like grabs your favorite shoe or whatever, and they just rip into it, and you come home and you're like, oh my God, I spent $75,000 on these pairs of shoes, you know, or whatever, how much you spend on your shoes. But we give them toys that they can tear up, you know, and so we limit that, you know, tearing up with their toys, you know. You tear this up, leave my stuff alone, but tear up your stuff, you know. And they tend to know. I mean, I don't know that it's 100% perfect, but they tend to know what's theirs and what's ours. So let them have it, you know. You want to tear up that toy, go for it. Get that out of your system and leave my stuff alone. But here's the downside, is the mess, right? I mean, look at all the fragments that I'm gonna have to clean up when I'm done streaming. Small price to pay, but you know, Rain is a good boy. He finally came back for love. Yes, he did. He comes back for love. Yeah, and the storm has been good the whole time. So yeah, so I think cleaning up after them from their toy mess is definitely a reality with dogs in general, especially with big dogs. I saw that look in your eye, baby. No, nope. I don't know where you're going, but let's not do that. Okay. What else did I do with cleaning up? So the Rottweiler, Storm, come here, baby. This girl has great recall. I love her recall. Good girl. That's my baby. That's a good girl. She doesn't have as much slobber. I mean, we just finished running, and all the slobber that you see on her is from him, you know. But just overall, I mean, other than her shedding, she's a relatively clean dog. I mean, even when it comes to giving her baths, you know, I could go literally probably 3 months without bathing her, and she won't smell bad. You know, she does self-grooming, and I know a lot of that has to do with diet too. So I'm not trying to conflate that issue, but I am saying that overall, she doesn't have a lot of slobber. Her fur is an issue. Just a great dog. I mean, fairly clean. I mean, she's the kind of girl that I can leave her in the house. Yes, she's like looking at me like, yeah, I'm that kind of girl. Yeah. She's the kind of girl that I would trust Now again, she's older than he. She's 4 years old and he's two. House Storm's hip, no meds. Yeah, I mean, you can probably tell that she's sitting down a lot after doing that run. She's not up and about. And my suspicion is that it's probably more comfortable than walking around right now. I'll probably have to give her maybe a half a pill. So she's still on the pill, on the anti-inflammatory pill. But I will say, I think the raw diet has had a little bit of an impact on it, and I can tell this week I didn't do a great job with giving her more raw food, and I think she's kind of reverted back into more hip pain issues. But so we still have them. I keep them on hand in case she's having a bad day like she is right now. I mean, she's not in excruciating pain, but she's panting, and panting can be a sign of her just from the exercise, or it could be her in pain. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not quite sure right now, but I'll just keep an eye on her. But in terms of what I have to do to clean up after her, she's such a clean dog, y'all. I'm telling you, she'll lay on the couch, she'll lay on her bed, she goes to bed when she's supposed to, she eats her food very, very cleanly. I mean, it's not a whole lot when it comes to maintenance. Now, the only thing with her is her hard nails and not tolerating her nails being clipped as much. But outside of that, just fairly easy on maintenance with her. So talked about tearing the toys, the toys that they tear up. The other thing is the footprints. So I've done a lot of work to try to put grass in my backyard instead of having sand. Let me show you what I'm talking about, because where I live, everything out here is just pure sand, and they actually started digging today. And this is the kind of soil that we have. It's very, very sandy. You know what I'm saying? So they'll track that into the house. I don't know why she's over there in that corner. But and you can see here on the back porch, I struggle with keeping this back porch clean. I have to power wash it like every week just to keep up with them. Or actually, I don't do it every week, but you can tell the difference where they walk less over here versus on the other side. You still see footprints over here, but the concrete should look something like this. But instead, it's it's tons of So that's a reality. You gotta keep up with that if you want to, of course. And I'll say the other thing is when they drink water in the house, they do tend to have a lot of water that comes from the bowl onto the floor. So you got to be careful around their water bowls so you don't slip and fall. I have like towel on the floor, but that's another cleaning thing that I have to worry about with when it comes to my dogs. And I mean, all these little things. Don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining about this. So don't take what I'm saying as like, oh man, if you didn't want all the dogs, then why get them? That's not what I'm talking about. I just want people to kind of be aware of because there are some people that are like, I want to get a big dog, I want a Rottweiler, I want a Cane Corso, and I just want to know what it's like to have a dog like that. And I'm just trying to share. I share the interactions they have amongst themselves, but I also like to share, where'd she go? I like to share kind of everything about their feeding, their cleaning. She's just going around this building, y'all. What are you doing back there, girl? You looking for lizards? So yeah, I mean, she's doing okay right now. I mean, she doesn't look like she's in a lot of pain, but keep an eye on her. Oh, they're digging here too. What is going on here? Not sure why my dogs have all of a sudden started digging. Maybe they're probably hear and smell gophers, but I don't really like them digging in my yard because they create these big manholes where you fall in and break your ankles. Yeah, Anthony, I appreciate it. So it's about like a half an acre back here, and that they have access. The full property is about over an acre, but it's fenced off halfway. You know what I'm saying? So they got plenty of space to run around, do their business, and play. And like I said, I try my best to put grass everywhere so first of all, they don't get stickers in their feet, and they don't track too much mud in the house and things like that. They still get mud in the house, so that's what I'm saying. There's still some maintenance that you have to do with them because they find dirt, y'all, no matter what, just like that big hole that you saw. And I'm not sure why or who's doing that digging. My suspicion is that he was the one that's been digging. So if I catch him, I'll stop him and kind of tell him, no, don't do it, and that works. But the problem is that you got to catch them. So catch them in the act, because after the act, they don't get it. They don't know what you're talking about. They know you're mad about something, but they don't get the fact that they were digging, and that's the thing you want them to stop doing. So Storm is hiding from you. I know, she's like everywhere I go. She's like going around the buildings. Now, actually, she's looking for lizards. She does her little march around the backyard looking for something to chase. See how she's on a mission. She's like, I know them some lizards around here somewhere. I know them lizards here. The homeboy, he's feeling free. He just let out some stuff, so he's feeling good. uh, the other thing, so washing them. So when I enjoy taking them to the Petco that have a washing station, but it's like $10 a pop, So it's about $20 for both of my big dogs, and I can just leave the mess there, and they, no big deal. It's all good and dandy. But oftentimes I don't get to take them. I just wash them in my bathtub. So you say, well, I thought you were talking about the messes that they make. Well, I am talking about that, because when I'm done washing the dogs, they have fur all in my shower, and I don't bathe whenever there's a ton of fur in my shower. So I have to bleach it down. I have to wash it out, which is, great. Now my bathroom's, my shower's super clean, but it's a thing I have to do. You know what I'm saying? It's like you got to wash the dog, and then you got to wash the shower after the dog has been washed. You know what I mean? So just a little extra time that you have to spend with your dogs. Lizards is her best hunt. Yes, it is. Hey, Juan, what's going on, man? So just little things like that. Whenever we go places, especially I like to take the truck whenever I take the dogs out. I just, it's a crew cab, whatever. So it's got plenty of space in the back, and I have like a little bit of a, what do you call it? It's a backseat cover that I put on the back seat, which does a pretty decent job. I ordered it from Amazon. It's like $40-50 or whatever, and it fits that crew cab kind of thing. So, however, when we come back, what do I have to clean up in my truck? Well, you can see. I'm trying to see if I can see any slobber on the back window. Probably not, but there's always slobber on the back window from them. And I let down the window so they can stick their heads out the window too. But invariably, he gets slobber on the actual window or the door handle. Got to clean that up, and their fur is incredibly difficult. If it does get into because I have like cloth seats, if it get into the seats, it's hard to get out. So you have to really vacuum that stuff out. So another thing that costs you some maintenance there. Rain is tired. He's all stretched out. He is. That run that we just did was good for him. Yeah, we didn't exercise yesterday. So I was like, man, before I go to bed, I'm gonna have to work these guys out so they can have some enjoyment. That's the thing with these dogs, you really need to have time. Even if you don't have time, you got to make time for them. I'd love to have jumped into bed and watched some TV, whatever. But the thing about it is your dogs are like waiting for you. They've been chilling all day. You know what I'm saying? They've been relaxing all day. They ain't ready to do things. You're like, I'm tired, So this golf cart has just been great. So glad I'm using that to exercise them, and it's effective. Within probably about 15 minutes of time, resulted in him being worn out. So I'm really, really happy about that. You still got to do it. You know what I'm saying? It still takes my time, which again, guys, please don't take what I'm saying as complaining. This is not complaining. I knew good and well what I was getting myself into when I got big dogs. This is not a complaint session. This is just more like, hey, this is what you got to, deal with when you have bigger dogs. And, and I'm not saying your little dogs don't need to be walked. They do. They need their exercise. Now, luckily, having this extra room that we have in the backyard, she just kind of trots around, and she's a little bit older dog too. So I don't really want to take her, definitely not on the runs with the big dogs, but don't want to overdo her exercise. But she does need some exercise. But yeah, he's a happy boy. What's up, big boy? Are you happy? You happy? So If you watched my that last, no, not the last one, the time before, the short before last that I created, he's like, you can put that on my foot, I don't care. Rain swam for the first time, y'all. I don't know if you guys, hey, what's up, Hunter? I don't know if y'all caught that or not, that short that I did where so it was what was it, Saturday? I think it was Saturday, last Saturday. I jumped in the pool. I had ran and I was trying to cool off myself, and it was still hot in October in Texas, y'all, like 91 degrees. So I jumped in my pool, and then I finished when I finished swimming. I invited the big dogs to come in, and as usual, she loves to swim. She loves the water, so she swims all over, and he gets on the ledge over there, right? I'm great, man, Hunter. How are you? And so, of course, I'm sitting here doing a live stream in the pool, right? And I'm talking about, hey, my Rottweiler loves the water, and my Connie Corso, he likes to stand on the ledge, but he'll never swim because he's just not whatever. I'm blabbing my gums, right? I'm just like talking. And then next thing you know it, this guy like pretends and that he wants to swim, and no sooner than I, say that he's not gonna do it, the guy just starts swimming, y'all. And I mean, it was a real live reaction. So I turned that into like a little bit of a short video so y'all can see that. But it was super, like, I don't know, maybe you guys aren't inspired, but I was inspired by watching my dog, gather some courage and actually swim for the first time. I thought it was cool. Hey, Tiff, what's going on? They would walk miles a day if it was up to them. Their trot is also faster than our natural walk. Exactly. It's hard on a big dog. Good for you to dedicate time to their emotional physical development. Yeah, thank you, Tiff. I appreciate it. Because those things matter. You know what I'm saying? Those little small things that we take for granted, just walking. It does a lot for your dog. Matter of fact, it probably does a lot for us as humans. You know what I'm saying? We evolved walking. Oh, there's those doggone birds. Y'all, I'm trying to figure out a way to get these birds from nesting in here and pooping on everything. If y'all have any idea how to get rid of these birds, let me know. My dogs certainly ain't helping me out. um, Good heading to Ottawa on Saturday. Cool. Pepsi Cola. Pepsi Cola. That's a lovely dog. Thank you, Andy. But what was I saying? I started off this stream talking about the maintenance of what I have to do, just kind of clean up after the dogs and all the things that come with cleanup, because there's some people have kennels that are outside, and I'm sure they have to wash out the kennels and things like that. But an inside dog, it comes with challenges. I mean, if they lay on the furniture, the fur gets on the furniture. Like I said, his slobber is that's the number one. Fake owls in the corners of the building. Ooh, that's a good idea. I think you know what? I actually have a fake owl somewhere, but maybe I can get 4 of them. They're like $20 each, right? They're not that expensive. I may give that a shot, actually. I think someone did say that maybe shiny things sometimes, like maybe streamers or something I can kind of put up there. But I'll give that a shot, Tiff, and I'll let you. Most birds will see it and stay away. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna maybe this weekend try to pick up some, and I think I can maybe hang them from the corner. You said like hang them like that. See if that works. But maybe even I'll combine it with some streamers or one of those wind chimers, and see if that works. And if you come back on, you'll see if it worked or not. But yeah, so I was just kind of talking about all the things for what you have to do when you're cleaning up behind your pets. And I was mentioning that even my truck, they add extra to my truck cleaning routine because their slobber, their fur, and things like that. The other thing is, he was having issues when we first brought him home. We didn't have him fixed. And I wanted to keep his hormones because there's a lot of school of thoughts when to neuter your male dogs, and some people say that you want to keep the hormones as long as possible because it helps their development and things like that. So I was trying to do that as much as possible. However, he was having all kinds of urges and dominance issues and marking around the house and things like that. And when he started marking, he increased my workload, 2 on the roof and 2 on each side. Oh, interesting. Okay. I don't know exactly how to get him on the roof though. You mean like way up there on the top up there? Oof. I got a ladder there. It's fairly tall, but oof, sounds dangerous. I don't like heights. Uh, but when he started marking things, he would mark around the couch, the furniture, and just the odd places. And you talking about always on, just frustrating from all the cleanup we're having to do behind him. With all that, it was just getting out of hand, man. And so finally, my wife's like, "Look, we got to do something. He's almost 2 years old, and he's had us, as much as we can tolerate." All his hormones, with him and Storm just kind of going at it, and he just like, and then of course our neighbors' dogs, they're not fixed either, so we were just trying to figure out a way to live peaceably. And so with him being neutered, that helped. It took a little bit of time, y'all. It didn't go away immediately. That behavior was there for a while, so that's why we were using those belly bands, which by the way adds another cleaning to your to-do list, right? Because those belly bands can only be worn for so long before you have to clean them up and wash them, and or buy more. So that's another added time commitment to the cleanup behind that. So yeah. So him marking is was an issue, and there was a lot of work there. Thank goodness we haven't had that happen in a good while now, and I think the habit is gone. I think the message is in his head that he doesn't not allowed to do that, and now he doesn't have the frustrating hormones pumping through his veins. So that probably is a big help on that end. The other cleanup behind my dogs is occasionally my dogs will have an accident in the house. Not very often, but the times that it's happened is more often than not is when we let them out. We left them around inside the house or in their kennels or something like that too long, and we closed the doggy door. We didn't want them to go outside, and then they felt like they had no choice and they pooped in the house. We don't reprimand them for that because it's not their fault, but it is a cleanup thing, right? It's a cleanup job we have to do. Sometimes dogs puke. They eat too fast, or they drink a lot of water, or whatever's going on with their GI system, and they occasionally puke up their food. Another cleanup. Clean up on our home. Clean up on the living room. Which is it's a definitely a possibility. It doesn't happen all the time, but occasionally that's another cleanup thing you have to worry about. So let me see what else I have to do for cleanup. Again, I say with the Cane Corso, 80% of cleanup from him is just slobber. I think he doesn't really poop in the house very often. I think the peeing and marking the house was annoying. And marking is not like a full-on pee, right? He's not just sitting there just peeing, making huge puddles. He's just squirting everywhere. But enough squirt, you can start to smell it, So it is a cleanup expense that you have to you have to devote time to. But I will say most of the cleanup from this guy, 80% of cleanup for him is just the straight slobber. I mean, and I've talked about this before, where if you're getting dressed for work or something, look at him, he's all sprawled out. You're getting ready for work, and he loves, Cane Corsos love to hang out with you. Like, they just can't stand to be by themselves. If you get up and go to another room, guess what? He's going to be right by your side. My Rottweiler, now maybe because he's younger too, he's 2 years old, but my Rottweiler, she would just kind of lay and, determine whether it's in her best interest to leave her spot before she comes and figure out what you're doing. But this guy, he wants to be right by you. Like, you go to the bathroom at 3 o'clock in the morning, this dude is going to get up and he's going to be right by you to figure out what you're doing. If you go to the kitchen to go get something to drink, he's going to be right there with you. So this guy is always by your side. And he wants to know what everybody, and it's not just me, I mean, wifey, my daughter, he wants to know whatever's going on. He wants to be right there. And he wants to sniff and put his face directly on what you have, what you're messing around with, like when you're putting on your clothes, he's going to put his big face right on your clothes. And that slobber, can you see that slobber on my arm there? That slobber looks like this on your clothes. So you in the mornings, it's like when I'm getting dressed for work, it's like I'm like moving around, jumping and moving his face, and it's just like it's like playing tag every morning with this dog. He's always trying to sniff, but when you come home from the grocery store, his nose is right at the door, waiting to put it into the groceries. And you got to tell him back and all the good stuff and boundaries. I get that, but that's him, man. He's gonna have that face. That slobber is just gonna get on your stuff. So it's a fact of life with these Connie Corsos. Rottweiler, not so much. I mean, she's excited for me to come home, but she's not. Look at you, boy. Look at you. Yeah, he's so cute. You know, it's a fact of life with this guy. He's gonna get slobber everywhere. Hey, what's up, Vince? Never go in the house after the first 6 to 8 months. Do not let them. Should not never go in the house. What do you mean, like mark? Because my dog was not peeing in the house. They're not peeing or pooping. He was marking in the house, which is a little bit different, right? He knew how to go. He knew how to pee and poop outside, but his thing was he was just trying to send the signal that this is his when he's around Storm. It was a mark. It wasn't peeing. So let's make sure we're talking the same language. Logan, cool. It's 11 p.m. the UK. All right, Logan, that's what's up, man. And you're up on YouTube. I know the feeling. My dogs know when I buy raw pig ears and chicken paws, face all in the bag, like they pay bills. That's exactly right there. They're like, what do we get? What's going on? What you bring? Where's my poll tax? Where's my entrance fee tax? Where did Storm go? Bye bye pups. We'll hang up with you on next. All right. Hey, thanks for hanging out with us. Blessed by the best. Got study hard. Study hard. Love you too, man. Diamond said stinks. I don't know where Storm went off to. She's like disappearing on me. I think she's circling the building looking for lizards. Look a little messy over there walking. No marking wrong. Your house, not theirs. You are pack leader. Absolutely. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna tell you. That's exactly what my mindset was, Vince. I was like, and so one of the things I did in response to him marking was, I actually put a leash on his neck, and I made him be. Oh, good gracious, she's really after that lizard. I don't know if you heard her hit the side of the building, but she was going. Can you see her? Yeah, so I basically put him by my side and made him kind of like submit to me kind of thing, because I thought maybe that was what I need to give him, that message that you not marking in my territory. This is my house, not yours. That's why he lost privileges on the couch, all that good stuff. So, but the problem is that I want him out. I don't want him in the kennel all day. So when I'm at work, how am I supposed to deliver that message that, hey man, this is my house, whatever? Like, you do your best to try to make sure that message stays with him when you're not at home, but that was difficult. And because these two are going to be around each other all the time, even while I'm at work. So right now with him being neutered and maybe even just having those belly bands on him for a while, it's kind of giving him the message that, oh, okay, I guess I'm not going to do that. But definitely dominance is, and I always talk about that on this channel. If you stick with me long enough, you hear me talking a lot about dominance with these guys because they require a lot of strong leadership. Daniel Braun, beautiful Connie Corso, thank you so much. Are you a cop? Nope, no cop, Ryan. No cop. Do I look like a cop? I'm just kidding. But yeah, that leadership stuff is definitely no joke. Y'all getting something started? You have to use your dad voice, bass in the voice, like children. Don't let them know you're just. Oh, Tiff, don't get it twisted. I got to use that voice every now and then with this guy. That is a must. Even when he went over there to go to the neighbors and I called him back, I had to put a little of that deepness in the voice. You know what I mean? You're a cop, dude. Do I look like a cop? I'm not a cop, dude. Nope, I'm not a cop. I am I'm in the Air Force. I'm an officer, but that doesn't mean I'm a cop. I'm not a part of special forces. I'm not MP, nothing like that. Not a cop. My hats off to those guys, but I'm not a cop. But anyways, where are my dogs at? Can you see my dogs from here? Let's see. I don't usually film from this angle, but thank you very much. I appreciate you, Tiffany. Yeah, I've been in for this is my almost my 12th year. So I started a little bit later. My because I went to college and I did a lot of my education outside of the military, and then I signed a contract with them. So my first year serving in the military, I was already in my 30s. So yeah, but I'm not a cop. Trust me, if I'm a cop, I went through way too much education for just to be a cop. So, how you fly? What does that mean? Can you explain that in Naparin, Seppo? Not sure what you mean by that. Look at little Missy. Can you reword that real quick so I can figure out what you're saying? Big boy, what's up, big boy? What's up, big boy? Man, she's gonna find her a lizard, y'all. What's up, big boy? What's up, big boy? So yeah, you said how you fly. You said Napiring, but you didn't explain that. I don't know what that means, bro. Gotta help me out. Can I be there? I'm I'm soon there. You want to come to Texas? And come hang out with me in Texas? Hey man, Texas is hot. So if you come here, be prepared for the heat. Even in the middle. Down. Yeah, he wants to play, y'all. Guy wants to play. Yes, he does. Did he just move the camera out of the way? Here, come here. Let me turn this camera around so you can see this guy jumping around. You have a nice proper. Thank you, Dynamite. Show the dog. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know y'all wanted to see the dog do some jumping. You don't want to see me. Oh man. But thank you, Dynamite. I appreciate it. Now we like being out here. We like the space. The only thing is Texas heat, man. Texas is hot. It's hot, hot, hot. But this is the time of year where it's actually supposed to be great in Texas, because while everyone else is starting to get freezing temperatures, we're just now getting into like the 70s, and where we can be out in shorts and t-shirt playing with our dogs. Other people are trying to bundle up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Undercover cop, dude, what is with you in this cop thing? Dude, let me tell you how long my education was. Nah, never mind. I'm not gonna get into that. Let's just say I was in school for outside of high school for. Nah, I'm not gonna get into that. Never mind. No cop. I'm way overqualified in for what I do. Not that I could ever be a cop. Don't get me wrong. So don't. I'm not trying to make. This is not a jab at cops, man. Because like I said, my hats are off to what they go through, and I could never do that job. So Paul knows what I do. What's going on, man? Beautiful dog, dangerous defender of man. Nice description. Yeah. See, that run really helped them out, man. I really like to see this. My dog's nice and exercised and stimulated. For some reason, Paul, this guy Neprin keeps saying that I'm some undercover cop. I don't know why. I guess I look like an undercover cop. I don't know. It's hilarious. No house furniture. I need to know it's yours. Yeah, Vince. So he's lost privileges on the couch. He doesn't sit on the couch when we're around. Now I do notice on the camera when I'm not here though, he will get on the couch, and but when family's here, wifey, daughter, me, he's lost all privileges on the couch. He's definitely not allowed to be on the bed. We got boundaries set. We've got boundaries set. That is definitely an important thing that you got to do with these big dogs. You got to set boundaries. If you don't set boundaries, they will take over. So definitely, like, yeah, you're saying the right things, Vince. Now, Perrine says he or she is from Finland. That's awesome. Detective. I don't know why. What is with? Why is everybody assuming that I'm a cop? Do I sound like a cop? Clue me in here, because I'm not. That's not what I do for a living. I work with cancer diagnosis. So if cops do cancer diagnosis, let me know, because that's not what I spent years learning to do. Not to be a cop. I love dogs, but I'm afraid of them. Well, you have to start small, reintroduce yourself, because to introduce yourself to being around dogs. But I will say this: they do sense your fear. So if you approach a dog with a lot of fear, your body language gives it away, and then the dogs kind of react to your fear. So you don't ever want to approach that. Now you want to be smart. That I'm not telling you to find some random dog and just go, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I can do that because this is my dog. He knows I'm not going to hurt him. He has all trust in me. But definitely can't be scared around dogs, because they will sense that. Daddy's home. That praise is in the house. Man been studying. And that you're police dog? Napreen just going at it. No furniture, not even when family's like, yep, that's great. Well, Vince, how are you going to teach that? So what's your suggestion on for me teaching my dog how to be off the furniture whenever I'm allowing them to be in the living room and I'm not here? No one else is here. What's your suggestion? Do a remote collar where I can hit the button from work when I see him on the couch on the camera? What's your suggestion? No, I'm his police dog. The name's Thunder Chow. Thunder Cow. No, it says Ka-chow. Thunder Ka-chow. I'm all ears. I'm all his events. I'm serious. If you have some suggestions, I'd love, because I mean I couldn't figure that out. That's why I was talking about my little vacuum cleaner with the camera on it. I mean, I can kind of drive around and get to him with my vacuum cleaner, my vacuum, what's it called, robot vacuum. But as far as that, but it takes I mean, you got to watch him for a long time, and I got to work. You know what I'm saying? I just can't be there, and every time he gets on the couch, I can't be there to give him that negative reinforcement. But yeah, if you have suggestions, please let me know, because I really would like to know how to get him that message when I'm at work to not get on the couch. What I bet, bye. There's some paper in the pool. It's been super, super windy lately, so everything's getting into the pool, leaves, and oh man. Dynamite says, that's a pretty big dog, big paws. Yeah, he's got some paws on him. Even when he was a puppy, man, you could tell that he was going to be a good sized dog by the size of his paws as a puppy. Yeah, so I mean, if anyone has, can help out Vince with that, with suggestions for how can I keep my dog off the couch while I'm at work. When I'm here, I give him the negative feedback, and he doesn't get on the couch at all because he's like, nah, I'm not trying to get in trouble with my daddy. But what's the solution whenever I'm at work and I can't give him that feedback? And where's my Rottweiler? She keeps circling this building, y'all. Every time I come over here to come see her, she's already behind it. Never let them from the beginning. Mine will even. Yeah. So the thing about it is, so Vince, I like my Rottweiler being on the couch. She's fine, and I don't mind Missy being on the couch. I have no problem with those dogs. They're not territorial, and when I tell them to get down or get away, they immediately move. It's this guy. He's the one that actually got into serious trouble one time where he decided it was going to be his couch, and I told him to get down, or no, my wife told him to get down, and then he did a number on a family member and actually bit them. And so that was our sign that he can't handle that. But my Rottweiler, perfect. She's an angel. We tell her to get down, she's off. Missy, tell her to get down, she's off. Not this guy. So there was no reason to believe that we couldn't train him the same way until we had evidence that that wasn't going to work. So now that's why he lost privileges. He did have it, but he lost it. But we bought our couches with the idea that our dogs could get it. Like, we don't even have expensive couches. They're like leatherish kind of thing, cheap, creepy couches, because we wanted it. We don't mind having our dogs with us when we're watching TV. That's just a boundary that we're okay with. Now, the bed is a total different thing. I don't allow any dogs on the bed. That is a no for me. But the couch, I'm cool with. But that's just my rules in my house. Can you contain them until they get it? Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know about contained though, Vince. I mean, they're crate trained, so they can be in their kennels or their crates for a little bit. But like you said, it's kind of, I prefer them to be out. Prefer them to have access to outside, not access to water, pooping and peeing. Music Biz Marty has your dogs. What does that mean, nostalgiaholic? Yeah, praise. I mean, you're joking, but the thing about it is that I was in the bathroom when it occurred, and Lord knows if I had been there, I think that would have been, he would have had some severe punishment. I do not advocate, you know, doing anything harmful to your dog, But in that moment, I may have reacted kind of out of character on that one. Coaches from the police auction. What what are we talking about now, Dynamite? Yeah, and that's one thing I wish I was in the room when that happened. I felt so guilty about it too, man. Oh, still not. You know what I'm saying? It's that you just trust your dog. You think your dog's gonna be good, and because he's been around my mother-in-law for a long time, months since when we brought him home. He met uh, my mother-in-law, but her approach to dogs is a little bit less authoritarian and a little less leadership, and so he's basically taking advantage of her not having that leadership presence. Yeah, so that's good. That's a good. I don't know, Vince. Like I said, the way it's working now is when I'm at home, he knows not to be on the couch. That is how it is. He has this little spot by the fireplace. He's got like two big old pillows, and he goes over there and lays down when I watch TV. Now Storm will be on the couch, but he'll be on this little pillow by the fireplace. My dog is on the couch all the time. I mean, some dogs can handle it. Like I said, my Rottweiler, she's fine. She's a perfect guest on the couch. Missy, perfect guest on the couch. When I tell them to move, get down, or whatever, no problems. They have no problems with it. He just assumed that it was his. Like, he started taking ownership of it. You know what I mean? And I'm like, nah, bruh, we ain't having it. Ain't that right? We ain't having it, buddy. So with him, you have to constantly remind him. He has to be told that he's not alpha. Praise, you want a whole army of dogs with all different jobs. This dog is for this. This dog's for tracking. This dog. When you finish college, bruh, and get a job, I don't know. You gonna have to start your YouTube station so I can see how you get all these dogs doing these jobs. Oh man, what's up, little Missy? How are you, baby? But so anyway, I started the stream kind of talking about all the things we have to do for cleanup for these big dogs, and I think I covered most of the things already when it comes to cleanup with these guys. But and like I said, the overwhelming majority of cleanup that I have to do in the house as it relates to my dogs is because his slobber, it's a fact of life with these guys. Just a fact of life. And second to that would be just probably the fur. And after that, it's just all those birds, man. I tell you, they're just tearing up everything. So, guys, I'm gonna probably turn it in early, get ready for work tomorrow. So, let's say our goodbyes. Come here, Stormy. Come say goodbye. Tell everybody goodbye and tell them I'll see them next time. You gonna say goodbye, baby? Yeah, so she may get her a little bit of a. She may get a half a pill tonight if she's still in pain. Ooh, boy, what are you doing? Boy. He just wants to. He's just not kicking up more dirt, y'all. He wants to play. Last words. No, Vince, I'm not accepting that he's marking because he stopped doing that. You know, he hasn't marked in like months. Like that's the thing. We worked on him until he's pretty much stopped. I hadn't seen him marking, like I said, in months. All right. Thank you guys. Y'all have a good day or a good evening. I'll see y'all next time. I'm gonna try to come back on before the weekend. If not, I'll see y'all Saturday or Sunday. But you can see she's laying down a lot. So yeah, she needs a little bit of medication, y'all. She's gonna get some before she go to bed. Say goodbye. Rosalind, Storm, Rain, and Missy. So we've been on for about an hour, getting close to an hour. So we're gonna shut it down and go to bed early. The ankle biter. All right, guys. All right, y'all have a good night. See y'all later. Bye, Vince.